Hello all you freaks out there on the internet. Welcome to my brand new YouTube series, FritzRolle732's MLP Month of Macabre reviews of 2017. And of course, I am really excited you guys for this series. I've been waiting for the past 3 months to do this, and I am just so excited. And now finally, October 1st, Month of Macabre is finally started, and I can't wait to be a part of it, you guys. I can't wait to be a part of it. Now, for this series, you guys, I am going to do 20 episodes of 22 of the best, worst, decent, okay, needs to improve, and I don't know who the fuck wrote that. MLP creepypastas, dark fics, grimdark fics, horror fics, whatever type of fics related to horror and all that. All those things. I'm planning to do reviews and share my reviews and my opinions to all you guys up there on YouTube land. Now, before I begin to my first episode, you may be asking, all you bronies out there, why is Rainbow Dash standing on the table? Why do I have a knife? And why do I look like a weirdo in a mask dressed nicely in pink button-down polo shirt? For those of you asking those questions, aside from the mask, which I'm going to be wearing throughout the series, I have all these things, and the reason why I look like this is because I'm trying to relate to these. All these things are related to the fanfic that I'm going to do a review on in this first episode. With that being said, let's get things on our way. So the very first episode that I'm going to do a review on, you guys, is the very first ever MLP Grimdark or creepypasta that's been made in Brony fandom history, and that is Stars and Sprinkles Cupcakes. That's right, you guys. Cupcakes, sweet and tasty cupcakes, 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 cupcakes. Sorry for going crazy, you guys. Hey, if you want to act crazy, you gotta be crazy. That's what all the actors say. So yeah. But anyway, moving forward, let's talk about cupcakes. So basically what this fanfic is about, you guys, is that Rainbow Dash and Pinkie Pie, it's just an ordinary day in Equestria, and Rainbow Dash is planning to make cupcakes with Pinkie Pie. But what she doesn't know is there's a dark secret behind Pinkie's recipe for cupcakes, and that Pinkie's cupcakes are actually made out of ponies. Ooh, and this is where all the horror and creepiness begins, you guys. So what happens in the story is that Rainbow Dash, when she starts to make, starts doing the whole making cupcake thing, what happens is that she visits Pinkie, and she actually was asked to try a cupcake instead of actually make one. And she was curious, and she was like, huh, this is strange. I thought we were going to make cupcakes, not taste them. And so she just tasted one, and then all of a sudden the cupcake makes her woozy, and then she just is knocked out. And then all of a sudden, Pinkie drags her into the basement, and right now, Dash is all strapped up onto a table and is trapped in the basement with Pinkie Pie. And then that's when this is the part where all of a sudden, this is how the cupcakes are made. It's made out of ponies. And all of a sudden, this leads Rainbow Dash into a big fear. Even though she first thinks it's a prank, but then when she realizes it's real, that's when all of a sudden all hell breaks loose, and that's when she is afraid for her life. And she's, yeah, you better get ready to die, and all that. And what can I say? It is just horrifying to read, you guys. I mean, what can I say? It was the very first ever My Little Pony creepypasta that I've read and encountered. And in case you're wondering, yes, I have that. I mean, as I just said, you better get ready to die. That was a reference to the famous Cupcakes HD animation. And I actually did see that before I actually read the whole thing. And oh my gosh, what can I say? The animation itself is just as violent as, oh my gosh. Even though it's meant to be funny and joyful and stuff. But what can I say? Throughout the years of being a fan of creepypastas and grimdarks, now I'm used to it, and I do love the animation. It's really amazing. But anyway, moving forward, and by the way, I forgot to say this before in the video. What I'm going to be talking about is actually really specific stuff. So in case you guys don't want to, tell me, in case you guys don't want me to watch me, say, graphic or, references throughout this whole series, there's the X. Click it now and get the fuck out. Yeah. Unless maybe I might put this as an 18 plus or something. And also, again, spoiler alerts. There's also spoilers ahead for those of you who haven't read it as well. But anyway, moving forward, so what happens throughout the story is the process of how Rainbow Dash gets killed, aka the process of Pinkie Pie making her cupcake. So all of a sudden, the first thing that Pinkie focuses on is Rainbow Dash, her little wings, and then all of a sudden she just decides to chop them off. And then all of a sudden after that, she just hammers Rainbow Dash, Rainbow Dash's hoops with an iron nail, and then all of a sudden puts a wire on it, and then just straight up electrocutes her. And then after that, the final blow, which was her, shooting Rainbow Dash with adrenaline shots, and then all of a sudden cutting her chest open, showing all her organs and stuff, and just pulling them out. And it's just really sickening to, even the parts where, where you read it, it's just sickening to read. And oh my gosh, it was just so traumatizing. Especially me being a huge fan of Rainbow Dash, it was traumatizing for me. I mean, how do you think I felt when I first read it, you guys? I was just traumatized. I was horrified. I was like, oh my god. I was just trying to process it, but it was just hard to process it. And, oh my gosh. Like, I was afraid of getting nightmares. Like, seriously. It was just so intense. But hey, that means it's a perfect 10 out of 10 on the horror scale, if you ask me. And that's what's great about it. I mean, it's a 10 out of 10 on the horror scale. So I tip my... I don't have a hat, but I do have a mask. So I tip my mask to you, Sergeant Sprinkles, for making such a horrifying fic that it just literally traumatized me. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so intense. I can't take it. Ugh. Like, I think I was close to throwing up, you guys. Like, that's how intense it was. But oh well. And so, therefore, moving on to the story, and so that's pretty much how it ends. It, like, Rainbow Dash gets her organs ripped out, and then all of a sudden she just dies after 51 minutes of hell with Pinkie. Like, oh my gosh. And so yeah, and that's the thing that I like about this fanfic, is the horror, and also the characterization of Pinkie Pie being an antagonist through this fic. I mean, it's just amazing, because you can imagine, like, Pinkie, like, her personality is her being a party animal, and really, funny, and just flat out crazy, and, but if you, like, go into, like, the dark route of a crazy person, or, one of those, you have, like, not only Cupcakes, Pinkie Pie, but you also have, like, the Joker or Pennywise the Clown. I mean, I could relate her to those guys as well. And actually, anybody else who's also that crazy and, hysterical and all that. Like, anybody else. Like, it's just flat out, like, I could only see Pinkie Pie do that to, somebody, because, I mean, it fits her personality if she goes, that dark route. I mean, it's just really amazing, though. But yeah, as for anything that I dislike about the fanfic, what I dislike is just the writing. I mean, it's pretty straightforward and cheesy and all that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, overall the story is good and okay, but it's just not great, you guys, because the writing isn't great. It's just too cheesy and straightforward, and it's just, talking about the process of Rainbow Dash get killed, just not enough plot. It's just, not enough plot, not enough story, and so far, yeah. And so therefore, if you're trying to make a great story, you gotta have great writing. And so far, this guy doesn't have great writing. He has decent writing, which, isn't okay in my book, but still, you just need some work. But hey, A+ on the characterization and horror scale, dude. You really did a magnificent job. And I mean, what can I say? I can see why this was definitely the very first, and I would call this the origin of the MLP Grimdarks, because I could not imagine any other fanfic. Maybe a couple other, well, I wouldn't say that, maybe a couple others, but I could not imagine any other fanfic that would, be the origin of creepypastas than Cupcakes. Because if you think about MLP creepypastas, you're gonna say to yourself, Cupcakes. Cupcakes is one. So yeah, everybody will remember Cupcakes. I mean, and actually that's the thing, because my favorite fanfic reader, the Lost Narrator, she got into the fandom thanks to Cupcakes, or actually thanks to somebody who's known for creepypasta readings, Mr. Creepypasta. He did a reading on Cupcakes, and, that's what made Lost go get into the fandom, so yeah. So without Sergeant Sprinkles making this, none of this would have ever happened, because, I met the Lost Narrator. I mean, she's really cool. I mean, I love her work and amazing. Like, she is awesome. So yeah, I give one special shout out to you, Sergeant Sprinkles. You're an awesome guy. Thank you for, what you done, and also again traumatizing my whole entire soul. Like you literally made my soul lift out of my body. Like, oh my gosh, it was insane. What can I say? Just like Sergeant Sprinkles. Ah. And speaking of insane, going back to Pinkie Pie, a lot of people, actually thought that the whole Cupcake story was based off of the season 1 episode Party for One, but it turns out that it's actually not, you guys. Cupcakes was actually made before that. It was made in January 2011. As to Party for One, that one was made in April 2011. So just here to tell you guys about that. But what can I say? But still, even though Pinkamena did not exist in that story, it still was fun to see Cupcakes Pinkie Pie get in and get involved in that action. So yeah. Well, what can I say? It is an amazing story, and I could see why it got so much, got so popular and got inspiration to animations, songs, artwork, merchandise, cosplays, which is rare. But hey, it's still really cool. The cosplays are really cool, but it's kind of rare that you would see a person do that. But anyway, so yeah, overall, I would have to rate this story a 2.75 out of 5. I mean, it was okay, just not enough writing. I just feel like the writing could have been improved. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this first episode. There will be more episodes on the way later on in the future, which I am really excited to do. 1 down, 19 more to go, people. I am really excited. But anyway, thumbs up if you like it, thumbs down if you dislike it. Follow me on Instagram at FritzRolle732. Click on the bell and all as well. If you like to check out my channel, click on Rainbow Dash's head up here. And if you guys want to check out my movie reviews, click on the other side. And today, I told you guys the reason why I do not like cupcakes or cakes in general, sort of say. Yeah, I'm more of an ice cream person. Yeah, team ice cream bars. It's a CM Punk joke, I don't know. But coming up next, you guys, I have to take the test. The friendship test. And if I fail this one, well, let's just say it's not my grades that's going to be dead. It's also going to be me as well. And it's all thanks to Starlight Hitler. I mean Glimmer. I didn't say Hitler. I said Glimmer. Deny it. Please deny it. See you later, guys. Bye.